Hi there friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots, and today I'm making a moss hat wild gnome. This is a new pattern. Oh, and you're gonna see me do something I never do. If you'd like to make him, boop, stick around. As always, please give this video a like so I know you're here crafting with me. Now, I want to show you all of this guy. Be sure to get the wild gnome pattern down below. This one measures at 6.25 inches. These are the supplies I'm using: felt, fleece, fur, the pattern, moss, and a butterfly. You'll also need weight and polyfill, and a glue gun and needle and thread. So the first thing I did is I just transferred my pattern to my pieces, and look at this. You all asked me if I ever hand sewed my gnomes. No, I don't. I'm doing it now. This is a chain stitch or a stem stitch, and I had to look it up because I didn't know. But I'm telling y'all, I don't think that I like hand sewing. Nay, let me say again, I know I don't like hand sewing. My sewing machine could do this in a matter of seconds. Hot glue can do this in a matter of seconds. But no, this took me, I'm not really good at this, by the way, and it took me 2 minutes to do this, I don't know, 3-inch, 4-inch piece of hand sewing. That's probably not good. I don't know what like the normal speed is, but I know that I am slow and I'm okay with it. Once I got to the top, I double knotted it and cut it off, and then I followed the pattern for the humps. So do follow the pattern on this. I'm not going to show you all of this because, hey, it is my pattern and I want, I want to share what I can. But then look, I signed myself up for some more fun and hand sewed the bottom with that same chain and or stem stitch. Yep, that took me 2 minutes as well. I do not understand how you all do this. How do you not get carpal tunnel syndrome just from hand sewing things? I mean, I don't know. I think I would. I sure have enough to gripe about it, don't I? This pattern you can hand sew, obviously. You can sew it with a sewing machine, and you can use hot glue. We cover all the bases in this one, okay? All right, so once you get it turned out, you're just going to add just over half the body with poly beads. They don't absorb moisture, they don't attract rodents, they don't have bugs. And then I'm going to stuff the rest of it with polyfill. So there is a little loop or a little hump that you need to make sure you have enough polyfill that it bounces back when you squeeze it. And oh look, I'm not done with the torture, because look at this. And I know I shouldn't go in from the outside. I know I should go in from the inside. But at this point, I'm really rethinking this whole, I can hand sew. I mean, I can, but it then took me another entire minute to sew that tiny little opening. And it looks like Frankenstein's monster, so I'm just saying, this is not my happy place. But alas, we are done with most of the hand sewing right here. Okay, for the hat, look at this. We're just gonna line this up on the edges and go and get our trusty glue gun. Can you sew this? Oh my goodness, yes you can. Can you put it on a sewing machine? Oh my goodness, yes you can. Can you use your hot glue gun because you now hurt in your wrists from hand sewing the body? Yes you can. We're an equal opportunity crafter around here. Any way will work. All right. Once you get that sandwiched together, you can just slip it onto the fella. I'm just pulling off any hot glue. Okay, I joke about the hand sewing, but really, it is not my thing. I'm just gonna cut a couple inches of this very scraggly, very rough and rugged crinkle fur, sometimes called gorilla fur, sometimes called alpaca fur. Y'all, it's got a lot of names. I'm gonna cut off the bottom corners just so that it rounds the fur a little bit. Not that you can tell. You can't brush this stuff out. It's good to leave it all rough like that. I'm going to add the hot glue and place it right below the seams. And Look at that. It's cute. I tried to make it presentable, but I can't because it's supposed to be rough and rugged. All right, so I slip on the hat for a hot second just to get the nose placement, and I'm going to split that fur to its fabric backing, put a generous portion of hot glue on, and press on a wood round. This is not a bead, but you can use that. You can use a felt ball. You can use pantyhose or nylon stuff with cotton, anything you like. Either way, we're going to cover up that shark fin in a second. Does it remind you of a shark fin? It reminds me of a shark fin. Dun, dun. Well, there's probably some trademark or copyright infringement for humming that. Okay, so I want the hat to go just off to the side. So I'm going to add my little scrunches here. You won't be able to see that, but what I'm doing is I'm pulling down that shark fin. All right, I'm going to secure it in the back. There we go. And you can secure it on the sides after you get everything in place. So I did that off camera, sorry. And then I'm going to take a needle and thread. I promise this is the last time you'll see me with a needle and thread on this guy. I'm just going to pull it down from the top of loose part of the hat into the body, and then I'm just going to tie it off. So it's going to have just a little tiny shelf. It's not going to be pointing down, but it's going to be tight. So you can see here me struggling with this knot here. There you go. So now I just cut off the excess, and you can see it's just kind of pointed off to the side, but let's get a little closer because now's the fun part. So I'm just using this craft store moss. This comes in a ton of different colors, and I pulled out the light green and the dark green. And I'm just going to start placing it. I did start with the nose because I think that's the focal point of my gnome, and so I'm just going to make sure I build it out from there. I used small pieces, big pieces, light green pieces, dark green pieces. I even used the twigs that came in the moss. So I'm gonna speed this up, but all in all, this took me 6 minutes to fill the entire gnome. So let me speed it up so you don't have to really watch this for 6 minutes, because no. So you can see here I'm just adding pieces, dark pieces, light pieces. I did share a tutorial on how to make a sheet moss gnome hat, and if you would like to do that, I'll put that link down below. Just don't use the dollar store sheet moss. Use the sheet moss you get in big rolls from the craft store, and it works very well. All right, so here I'm just going to be finishing off these little pieces. Anywhere you could see, I kind of tried to vary up the moss. And all that scraggly stuff, I pulled it off and then secured it in another place like that, so that we wouldn't have it just shedding everywhere at our house. Okay, so and here, when you get it mostly done, just go back over it. Any place you can see your felt, just add in little pieces. And then the underside of the hat, I'm doing that here. I used a big chunk and then added little pieces here and there. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. You kind of just zone out, zen out. Either way, I don't know which one is the right one, but it's just kind of fun. It's like a little puzzle. All right. Now, I have like this random branch sticking out, and I wanted to keep it, so you'll find them various places in this guide. Clean up your space and pull out the moss that went into your beard. If you want, you can leave it. He's all rough and rugged, so you can leave him. I had one of these monarch butterflies. I just clipped off the floral wire and glued it onto his hat. And that's it. You are done. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this? Do you like it? Would you prefer a sheet moss hat? As always, I appreciate you being here. Grab the pattern down below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more crafty fun.